Hello, my name is Andrew Morgan. What am I doing? Hello. Hello, my name is Andrew Morgan Smith, and I wanted to talk to you about sample libraries and why you're going to have to get used to using them. So you finally decided to quit the frustrating 9 to 5. You've decided to just dip your toes into being a film composer and seeing what it's all about. Or maybe you're a composer who's so tired of writing pieces that you never hear played live that you just said, what the heck, why not try something new? Congratulations, you now have to learn a new instrument. Your computer, your setup, your samples, the way you like to work, those are all your new instrument. Sample libraries are a necessary and integral part to making film scores or any other kind of music production you may be interested in. People may hate me for this, but you're just not going to be writing music with a pencil and paper. Unless you are John Williams, you're not going to be using pencil and paper. You will have to do mock-ups. Even if you're doing live performance, you still need a mock-up to show your producers and your directors what it's going to sound like enough so that they'll say,
make it so.
I used to write very similar to probably a lot of starting composers do. You think, I'm a composer, I write in Sibelius or Finale or even pencil and paper, and then I export the MIDI file and I import it into my DAW and then I program it. I feel like I'm still a composer. Well, that all came crashing down when I went to the Aspen Music Festival and the guest composer there said to me, you're not one of those composers that does everything backwards, right? You're doing double the work because you're writing it out, then you're exporting it again, re-importing it again, then you're having to program it again whenever if you just wrote it in the DAW in the first place and then only export what you need to program, you're now doing less work. He was right though, because not many productions have money for a ton of live players. Maybe you get a couple soloists here and there, but generally when we record a soloist, it's coming out of our pocket. We have to know how much live do I need? What's the most valuable investment for me? You need to be really good at using your instruments, using your samples, knowing your samples as if it were your instrument, and knowing what you're capable of and where you need help with live players. I didn't feel like I was a real composer if I wasn't sitting there and writing it out by pencil or wasn't typing in the notation in Sibelius. But really, the production of even large projects and movies is you write it in the DAW, whatever parts are going to be live, you export, you get those orchestrated, and those are the only things you need to spend time and money actually writing out. Everything else will be samples. Don't spend the time worrying about that. You're still the one writing out these ideas and these mediums, and the core melody is still yours and all these different things. Just give yourself a little slack. This is part of the job. Samples are the medium we work in for time, money, demonstration purposes. So if you know something's going to be live and it doesn't quite sound real, maybe you do tell your producer, your director, oh, don't worry, it's going to be live. Just trust me, it's going to work. But if it's not going to be live, and like maybe a live player could do it, but you're not going to record one, don't do that. All composers want their music realized by live players, but this is just part of the job. The sooner you start dealing with this, the better off you're going to be. Get started writing, write something every day. That's the only way you're going to learn how to do this. I'm glad you took this break from your writing so you can get back to it. I'll let you go back to writing your next piece. Fun side note, that same composer who told me I do everything backwards, a buddy of mine was talking to him about music production at the same festival and said, so how does one pan effectively? And he just paused and then continued on and never responded to his question. So he still asks me about it now. But good times. So get back to writing. I'll talk to you later.